We look at the news through a horror lens. We lens news through horror. We horror news. Welcome to the Lost at Home podcast. My name is Santa Claus.
And I'm Scott.
I've been wanting to use Santa Claus as anything for
like
anything ever. Like, we could do a character about Santa Claus, right? He's either... Okay, it's either going to go two ways. He's a cool, hip Santa, like kind of like not an old, crusty Santa, or he's a Nazi Santa.
Yeah, I like it.
I don't care which way it goes. I just think Santa Claus should be part of the show.
Santa Claus it is.
My name is Scott. I'm sure you know that if you've heard the show
I'm
before.
Jeremiah, yeah.
I feel like introducing ourselves is just part of the rigmarole. But
Yeah. Well, I like Santa Claus. I'll dig.
Santa Claus?
Santa Claus that we said? Yeah.
Yo!
Yeah.
I'm a Nazi creation.
Oh.
They stopped shipping Coca-Cola to us, so we made our own bubbly.
Well,
That's it. That's Santa Claus in a nutshell, people. I don't think we'll ever revisit that.
Yeah.
They got us burned every bridge.
That's good. I never thought I'd miss the real Santa Claus. Wait.
I'm sometimes yummy in eggnog. I've heard that from people, by the way. That Fanta and eggnog is a thing.
I mean, I feel like, one, I'm not a big fan of eggnog, period, but whatever.
Eggnog's fine once in a while. I mean, like once every 5 years. We buy like the smallest carton, the skinny tall one. What is that, a quart?
Yeah.
Yeah, we buy one of those like every 5 years.
So
we drink it and we're like, that was something, and then we move on.
Let's see. Over this past weekend, we're coming at you after the about a week exactly a week after Thanksgiving. So
I'm glad you gave a timestamp because no matter how you phrase it, this is after Thanksgiving.
Yes, exactly a week after Thanksgiving. The weekend after Thanksgiving, or the weekend of, I guess, the Thanksgiving weekend, had a couple people over after I got back in town, and somebody brought like this really like super fancy eggnog. Came in like a glass bottle and shit, probably cost a bunch of money.
Jesus.
And a bottle of spiced rum, and I'm pretty sure nobody touched the eggnog, and we just all drank the rum. Because I think that was the way it goes.
Is the eggnog still here?
No, he brought it home.
Brought it here, brought it back.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Originally they were going out to get it, to actually enjoy it at their own house, and then he was just like, "Oh, I'll stop by," and then it stopped by, and then he left, the next day, after drinking a bottle of spiced rum instead.
It's heavy. It's a little gross on how heavy it is.
Well,
how thick it is.
My issue is
that's my issue.
I'm semi somewhat lactose intolerant, so enough of that. I'll shit myself, so it's just not worth it. Yeah, the flavor's fine. It is a little bit it's a little drinking cummy.
It is very cummy. I was gonna say it's been almost 5 years. I think this might be an eggnog.
You're ready for some nog?
I would need some dark liquor to put into it, though. I will not drink it on its own.
You got a nog?
I need to cut it. It's so thick. You literally put liquor in it to make it thinner, so it goes down. It doesn't kill you.
I agree wholeheartedly.
I'm out of brown liquor. I think at home. I usually keep something in the liquor cabinet, but
yeah,
pretty sure I'm out.
Yeah,
I guess add that to the shopping list. Cucumbers, eggs,
brown liquor, dirty brown. You guys carry dirty brown, don't you? But yeah, we're post Thanksgiving, so pre-Christmas, which means we're kind of in that phase of like, we'll get a little Christmassy. We're not super Christmas, but we usually cover Christmas stories.
We have Santa Claus.
Yeah, we got Santa Claus, which was a hit.
Actually, I did kind of push the show notes wise in a Christmas direction.
You did, yeah.
Basically because I like to do follow-ups. Like when we do Halloween, I do Halloween stories, and you do too, leading up. But then there's always those week after Halloween stories of what happened on Halloween.
Yes, right.
Man crashes pumpkin-shaped car into house. you can't have that story before Halloween because it happened on Halloween.
Yeah, it's also just like, I assume at some point, why wasn't anybody reporting on the pumpkin-shaped car until it crashed into a house? Like, people are, I bet it was jolly. It was fine. It was good. People are like, oh man, pumpkin-shaped car riding around. And he's like, I forgot to carve a windshield. Whoa, the daisy. And then just splattered. That didn't actually happen. That was just a made-up story.
This time of year, though, like Thanksgiving stories, I looked for them. I looked for anything where, like, man burns down his neighbor's house, but not his own, deep frying a turkey, that kind of shit.
Man murders, suicides his family because he's too sad about not being able to afford Christmas this year. Because thanks, Biden.
That would have been hilarious.
Right.
But there was nothing. So I just moved straight into Christmas.
No family annihilators this year, folks. I guess it's not a good Christmas for podcasting.
Fingers crossed we get some New Year's Christmas murders.
There's still plenty of time before Christmas, which I think is when most of the family annihilations happen. That's when, like, you hate your family, you realize how much you hate them, and you're like, but I also can't afford anything, so why am I doing this?
I've got a theory. I think that the low amount of weird news surrounding Thanksgiving proper that we didn't see, there's none of it.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people from 2020 to 2023 have basically decided which relatives are hanging out with from now on for the holidays.
Yeah, I think
they know not to go to MAGA Steve, Uncle Steve's house.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, no. It's not MAGA Steve, it's Uncle Steve. No, it's MAGA Steve.
No, it's
now.
MAGA Steve,
You wear all the merch.
Yeah, you're lucky we're still using Steve.
What's weird?
You're close to Uncle MAGA.
Presidents shouldn't have merch.
Yes.
Outside of a campaign button and a lawn sign.
Yeah,
they shouldn't have T-shirts, pants, underwear, condoms.
That's when you know you're in a cult. And I hate to say it, the fucking Bernie Bros were a cult too. So, like, it's a better cult to be in.
If I'm going to pick a cult, I'm going to go down swinging for a Bernie cult.
Oh, absolutely. A Bernie cult's just like, let's hug each other. It sounds like a regular cult,
fix the country.
Yeah, but I think
maybe have a jacuzzi orgy where someone dies. That was Bernie's lower platform. He didn't talk about much. Jacuzzi orgies.
I mean, he had major rallies, and there's plenty of merch being like people definitely. We came across some merch.
I have friends with Bernie tattoos.
Yep. I think that's a little. Now, granted, I do think he is at least a figure one could look up to. But I'm sure the people who look up to Trump think the same way. Unfortunately, there's nothing to say.
They're wrong.
Yeah. I mean, if you love Nazis, it's a great guy. Like, but honestly, right next to the swastika.
When you vote for the person who also gets the entirety of the Nazi vote in the U.S., you're on the side of the Nazis.
Yeah, I know. When people are like, "Well, but I'm not a Nazi," I'm like, "Yeah." If I had a friend and I went over to his house and I was like, seems like there's a lot of Nazis here, I'd have a question about, like, who am I hanging out with? Yeah. Maybe I should chat with his friend and be like, why haven't you kicked the Nazis out? And could we do something about what you're saying? Maybe I haven't been hearing you out right. What are you into that I don't know about that you have all the Nazis at your house? Not some Nazis.
Why is your furniture made of dead Jews?
Yeah. I got a good deal. Yeah.
That dead Jew Shea Lounge really doesn't bring the room together. Kind of just makes me think I should not be here.
Maybe I should not see you anymore. See what I did there? All right. Hey, good. I'm gonna leave now. Yeah. Maybe I'll report some of these dead Jews. That would probably be the thing to do. Is just maybe keep your mouth shut and get out and just go ahead and report.
I keep seeing the polls, and this is not a political podcast, by the way. But for the next year election, 2024, it's neck and neck, Biden and Trump, who has 81 federal felony
91.
accounts, 91 now. And also all the Nazis vote for him.
Yes.
So somehow we now live in a country where it's a 50-50 split toss-up. We don't know who's going to be the president next year. And one person has 91 felonies. And
only
Nazis.
Counts. They hadn't been found guilty of any of those yet. But and all the Nazis on his side, and also was like, I love insurrecting. But
and all the white supremacists.
Yeah, but
which are also Nazis.
Apparently,
some of them distance themselves. They're like, I'm Nazi adjacent.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, the white supremacists and whatnot who are just like, I'm not a Nazi.
I'm not a Bed Bath and Beyond. I'm more of a Beyond.
Yeah, I'm not so much. Well, anyway, we're not a political podcast, and we're going to get into the Christmas / other news, and I don't think there's really much to chat about.
I had nothing.
Show.
Yeah. I watched a horror movie, I guess, that I love.
I've been watching Chucky, so I haven't been watching any movies.
Without talking about them, you love Chucky on Peacock.
I love Chucky so far.
I loved Wrath of Becky on Showtime.
Oh yes, and Wrath of Becky. I'd seen when it came out. You and I were both huge fans of the first one.
Yeah, the Becky franchise is fucking amazing.
I mean, that one came out a while ago, and not long enough ago where everybody should be able to check it out somewhere somehow. So In fact, I may have already put my stamp of approval on it in an early one. Yeah, it's fucking one of the more fun. Holy shit, so much fun.
One other thing, I sent you a link via text, I want to say, of the auction site that I follow.
Yes, I
VIP
saw that.
auctions. Did
Was
you
that
see
for
the Thanksgiving?
Yeah,
the Eli
Thanksgiving
Roth
stuff.
movie?
Yeah.
All right. You saw that.
Yeah, I wasn't going to...
There was some cool shit in there. Did
Yeah,
you see the high school mascot of the turkey?
Yeah, I'm still looking forward to checking that movie out.
The banner, it said Thanksgiving, not thanks buying or whatever it was.
Oh, okay.
Like, apparently some protesters against Black Friday are in the movie. Patrick Dempsey's screen-worn Thanksgiving outfit, which was like...
I saw that, yeah.
Yeah, there was some weird, cool shit on there.
Yeah, there's some pretty cool stuff.
And it's
it
not
makes you wanna
expensive if you look through and you find the right things. Some stuff's not that expensive.
Well, yeah, a lot of it's just like random, like one-off memorabilia stuff that like nobody's going to care about that piece of memorabilia. So
like
you're
a
getting
license plate from a car that was in the movie.
It's not going to appreciate, like, it's not going to be like something like, but it's going to mean something like, that's cool, especially if you've seen the movie. I haven't seen the movie yet.
I almost bought some shit from Ash vs. Evil Dead that was like that,
that's
because they run VIP auctions,
That's
and
where
they
I
were like,
would've, yeah.
they were like the license plate that was on the classic car, Sam Raimi's own car.
Yeah.
And it didn't go for much, and I was like,
yeah.
But then again, it's just a fucking license plate. Like, I can put it on my wall.
Well,
and be
yeah.
like, I paid $100 for
And
that.
honestly,
Someone would be like, why?
And honestly, you could also just go like, I'll just get a regular license plate and tell everybody that you're gonna hang it on your wall.
Well, these come with certificates and all kinds of like
all
accreditation.
your friends can't wait to look at your fucking certificates. Why won't anybody come over to my house anymore? You keep showing your certificate. Let's go and bring it out and show you the certificate. You can't touch the thing, but you can see the certificate.
Hey, early new content. I want to show.
Also, I can totally
a collector, a toy collector, like me, like a geek. But he does the auction stuff. So like, that's the chair from Scream. You should look at the certificate.
Yeah.
Goes to sit down. You can't sit in that chair. It's the chair from Scream. Goes to sit on the couch. No, that's the couch from Halloween 3.
The whole house is...
You want to see the certificate? Can't sit on it, but it's all like, it's from the coolest shit.
Yeah.
But if you look at the house, fucking normal house.
Yeah.
You see not one like action figure. You don't see a movie poster.
Even like picking out like a book, like a book of Jaws. You're like, that was the book of Jaws on the bookshelf of the movie
Jaws.
Big Trouble. Yeah, Easter
that
egg.
movie was meta.
Yeah, meta as fuck, dude.
I mean, you could actually be like, you could have a butcher's block, knife block, and be like, someone goes like, I'm gonna cut up some carrots. Like, dude, there's that knife. Like, that was the knife from Halloween 1. All right.
I'll just eat
the knife next to it.
Yeah.
There's the knife from Scream 3. No. I'll use the knife next to that.
Yeah, all right. I'll just eat the carrot. No, that's a carrot from Winnie the Pooh. Fucking hey, Christ's sake.
But yeah, like literally an entire house.
Yeah, totally looks normal.
It looks 100%.
Except for he has certificates for every single thing.
I feel like it would work as a weird indie comedy movie, not a series. There's no way you're stretching.
I was even thinking of a skit. I was thinking literally I think this is
like
6 minutes.
An SNL skit.
Yeah, it's 6 minutes.
Nah, I've been watching about a bunch of bad indie movies like for fun. I've been going through my IMDb watch list that I started 15 years ago, but stopped using 5 years ago. So it has this weird queue of 10 years of 5-year or older movies. And the newest update, one of the newer updates on IMDb allows you to tap your streaming service, and it shows you what's in your watch list on that streaming service. So I've been watching a backlog, and it's all the weirdest indie shit. And I gotta say, an entire hour and a half of a guy who has a house full of merch like that fits right in. Would be a normal fucking movie in that queue.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, there's got to go somewhere,
Oh, no, it doesn't. Trust me, I've watched a bunch of these movies. No, it doesn't.
But it sounds like you just watched a bunch of terrible movies. And you're saying, let's make a terrible movie.
Trust me, I watch bad stuff when I'm
so
working
much money to
because
make a
I
movie.
can have the TV on behind me while I'm working, and if it's not good, I can clearly be like, that's not good.
And that's what everybody wants to spend a bunch of money getting investors and getting a movie made and spending a bunch of people's time so they can have a movie that just you someday might put on in the background.
Make that the bar where it's like continue watching hot new movies, horror. Put it on the background while you're working.
Yeah, background noise. Background noise.
Are you a maid doing hotel turnovers? Are you a work from home IT guy?
Honestly, I would absolutely love a background noise category because
they pick movies and TV shows that work well that way.
Yeah, movies to fall asleep to. Like,
totally. But background work at home.
Oh my god, it would be great to have. Yeah, just those are the genres. Just like
it's got some stand up mixed in because that's easy to like not look at.
Yeah.
Documentaries. You look over once to make sure you remember what Bill Burr looks like, then you turn around and.
Yeah, occasionally somebody goes, "Ah," and there's a little silence. They're like, oh, he's doing a visual bit. Better look over. That's it, yeah.
Yeah, that should be a whole category.
Yeah. Dude, I tried to listen to the Jim Brewer the other day. Fucking didn't make any sense because he's just doing stupid faces the entire time. Also, it's mostly just racist.
Carrot Top sucks if you're blind. I'm just going to say that right now. Yeah, Carrot Top sucks if you're blind. But otherwise,
pretty good.
Pretty good.
Fine. I have no problems with Carrot Top.
I mean,
he looks a little weird.
He does what he does.
He looks weird, but he is a fine human being.
Oh, you mean where he got peck implants in his face?
Yeah, I know. Like, he got so jacked normally, and he's like, he already put a down payment on the peck implants. You're like, oh, I'm actually ripped now. He's like, but I don't want these to go to waste. He just got peck implants, and then the whole thing's smashed back.
I had an 8-pack until 2 of them migrated north. Just wiggled their way all the way up to his face.
Yeah.
Now I just look super serious all the time.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. He's had some work done. But you know what? Good for Carrot Top. I've never had a problem with Carrot Top.
I hope.
I think Gallagher was a racist, so I think we can hate Gallagher.
I hope when Carrot Top when Carrot Top finds out he has cancer. He never rephrased.
I love like during a stand-up show, where he's just like,
I have cancer.
Let me like pull something out of this like box, and it says cancer. Like, oh no. I didn't want to find out like this. Not like this.
I love that. I was thinking he just starts ripping his implants out of all of his body as his last act and makes a joke about each one.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But he's like just standing there like hobbled, bleeding.
Yeah.
Tries taking out little implants first, like just his cheekbones come out. It's like, make a wish.
Yeah.
Like, he puts them together and pulls them apart.
Yeah, look a little cheeky. Huh? You look a little... Oh, God, I'm
Gets
so weak.
weaker and weaker.
I'm so weaky from my cheeky. I don't know.
Pulls out his fake six-pack, like... Yeah. And he's like, you guys want to go drinking?
I got a six-pack right here.
Just falls over.
Yeah. Go.
Yeah, right. He should use prop comedy with his own built-in props.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
I do like the thought of a prop comic doctor or something like that, like telling everybody like how they're gonna die with these fucking stupid.
Doctors have props.
Yes,
they have a room full of props to begin
right, but
with.
they're not comics. They're not going to use them in a hilarious way to tell you have cancer. I mean, pulling out like, what do we got here? Whoa, looks like ovarian cancer.
To be fair, I've never watched Patch Adams, but I believe that's the plot.
I
could be 100% wrong, but isn't that the plot?
It's essentially the plot. That he's not so. Actually, that is sort of is like the healing. I actually have an old skit. Idea I still want to do this written down in one of my notes of a roast comic Patch Adams, where it's like him because he's all like with these kids, so just like a roast comic going into this fucking like cancer ward of like this children's hospital and just being like, oh, look at this guy, hey, I'll be here all day, not like this guy over here is gonna die any minute now, yay, whatever, hey, honk honk or whatever, like just so
you'd be Rodney Dangerfield being Rodney Dangerfield.
I was thinking like,
oh, this guy over here,
I was thinking more like Jeff Ross. Jeff Ross.
But they got the joke out before he did.
Yeah. But yeah, so yeah, like Jeff Ross or something like that, just going in and just tearing these little kids apart. And
I didn't realize I could do even 1% of a Rodney Dangerfield. Now it makes me want to see if I could like push it to at least 5%.
We've got, what's it, Santa Rodney Dangerfield? Oh no.
Oh, you think I'm Santa Claus?
Oh, ho ho.
Oh, maybe I'm a ho ho ho, or maybe you're just a ho. That's a nice life.
I got no respect at all. I guess because my fat wife's always fucking the reindeer. You know what I'm saying? I got no respect at all. I assume that's how Rodney Dangerfield
I got no respect at all. Yeah. I can't do it now that I'm thinking about it too much. I'm thinking about it too much.
Anyway, we got some web droppings coming up.
Yeah.
Web droppings.
Yeah.
That's a web droppings.
I figure we're punctuating it both ways. It's like an ellipsis surrounding it.
Sure.
All right, first story. Texas man arrested for
Tennessee.
Tennessee. You're right. Reading way too fast.
That's all right. They have the same number of letters. They both have a T, an E, and an S in it.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Tennessee man
arrested for DUI and meth while driving lawnmower called Santa's Train full of kids, and this comes from The Messenger.
Yeah, so the DUI was for meth specifically.
Yes. The man is Henry Mead, and he was driving a motorized lawnmower with several carts attached to it, and he called this vehicle Santa's Train, and he was giving rides to children during a parade. This was something he actually had done in the past.
Seems like a good Samaritan thing so far.
Some witnesses noticed Mead was acting erratic and alerted police. The police found him unsteady on his feet when he got out of the train car thingy.
Yep.
And he failed a sobriety test. They also found meth, narcotics, and a syringe in his possession. Meade was charged with drug possession, driving under the influence, and was not a town employee. And the town officials said they responded swiftly to ensure the safety of the event attendees. His actions could have endangered the lives of the kids in the train, other people. I'm thinking, yes, to all of this, but come on, he's doing one of those little things where they like put along.
Oh yeah.
Like, if it's like a lawnmower where it's like,
even if he ran into something, unless he's driving into traffic, which he should be able to
drunkenly run into a car on the side of the street, and it would just go.
So no. And by the way, yes, I mean if you're driving driving under the influence, blah blah blah.
I'm not trying to defend him because he had meth and needles on him. The guy's a scumbag.
Yeah. But I'm also saying, as far as how much danger were the kids really in?
The kids were in no danger.
The kids were in danger
of a fun time.
Yeah. Oh yeah, party danger. That's what we call. Actually, that is a danger. A lot of kids get raped at party danger. I never should have named.
Did you say a lot of kids get raped at party danger?
Yeah.
Don't bring your kids to party danger.
I was just gonna say like a trampoline. That's just literally one of those trampoline places. I said trampoline stores, but it's not a trampoline store. The places where people just go, they jump on shit, and they go.
I'm thinking all the kids were just like sitting back going, yeah, we're on a thing. And they didn't care if he wove the wrong way. Or,
like, whoa, this guy likes to go crazy.
But I'm liking in my head the idea this guy is like literally walking up being like, all right, time to do this. Putting on his little Santa conductor hat, putting on his suspenders. Hits a vein with his needle.
Yeah, hey, Timmy, tie me up, would you?
But then, like, as he's walking to it, it becomes like The Boys, where Black Noir, when he's insane, he sees cartoon characters everywhere. So, like, as he walks to the train just becomes animated. The kids become rabbits. Yeah. Like snow starts falling when it's not snowing. He's like, let's go.
Jolly Christmas. And then cut to him just going, bleh.
Yeah. Oh yeah, totally. If it was a TV show, a movie, or a skit, it'd be like, it's a
fucking blood squirting out of the van. Yeah.
It's the best time of
and the kids are like all happy in the back. Yeah.
And then you cut back to it, and he's like, with the needles hanging out of his arm.
All the kids like trays are tipped over. The kids are
No. It's been riding on the far left side of the road the entire time, scraping the side of every car. The side that just sparks.
Just taking like little Timmy's head, just taking off a fucking mirror.
The kids are all just leaning on the right because the side is just scraping every car.
Oh, golly Christmas year.
That's it. They pull him out of it. He's like, what? Everyone loves it. And like
holly jolly Christmas.
One kid's missing an arm.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Got like a hereditary thing. Like you said, one kid's head is gone. Yeah. It's like hereditary.
Yeah. I don't love that, like that slow motion, like clunk. Just the kids' head just slowly getting torn off, or the fucking light.
Or he looks back and it's all claymation. It looks like Rankin and Bass.
Yeah,
the kid's head just goes doom, doom, doom,
and like still smiling and everything like that. Oh, watch out! And then cut back to fucking the mom going.
Just one of the, I love those where it cuts back and forth between reality and not. I've seen my fair share.
It's a bit that never gets old. That one, there's that bit, and then the bit of people shouting in the background never get old. Like shouting about the thing that's happening in the meantime.
We don't actually want that. You just have a crowd.
Yeah. Hey, say the name of the movie. Like that kind of stuff. That's why, but when you watch, after you've watched Not Another Teen Movie a bazillion times like I have.
I fucking love that movie now.
At some point, all you got to do is just watch it and just listen to the background stuff.
Oh, I noticed.
It is like
because that's kind of our shtick. We love that.
And when I heard it, and I was there was like the last time I watched it when I found like one of my favorite ones I'd never had realized before, where she gets pushed in the pool and she gets back up, and then the bitch comes over and she's like, oops, and she like spills like a water bottle on her. He's like, oopsie doopsie, didn't mean to do that. And somebody in the back will go like, that's gonna stain. It's like literally just a water bottle after she just fell in the pool. Just that dumb shit like that. Oh my God. I love that movie. So Not Another Teen Movie. Highly recommended if people haven't seen that yet.
Yep. I had never seen it until maybe last year or the year before when you recommended it on the podcast.
Yes, yeah.
I watched it with my wife and we both laughed.
I was surprised you hadn't seen it. It was one of those where I'm like, oh, it just seemed like one you would have seen. But it also came around that time where maybe it was like, oh, we've seen too
there
many
was
of those.
a lot of those. Yeah,
Yeah.
and I like the scary
This was
movie.
right on the. This was right after Scary Movie.
But then
so it was before they started
Epic
doing
Movie.
Yeah, and this was right before all those. So like literally like the year before all those.
Yeah, it started funny, just like back in the day, like Naked Gun, Airplane.
Yeah.
Like there were good.
Yeah,
those were the same types of movies.
The stupid parody, not even like dumber than like
Hot Shots.
Yeah, Hot Shots. Yeah, Top Secret. That was growing. Yeah. That was the Val Kilmer classic.
Yeah, but then they like every time that genre hits a peak, it gets bad really quick. So everyone's like
terrible.
Easy. Let's make more, and it's easy.
And they don't realize what made the other one so like funny is just like it's dumb smart.
So
like,
Scary
smart,
Movie
dumb.
and Not Another Teen Movie were pretty much peak.
Yes,
for
absolutely.
that era,
Yes.
and we haven't had it return.
Nope,
We haven't.
I haven't seen anything.
It's been
quite
20
like
years, and we haven't had a return. I'm waiting for like a Christmas one, like another like Elf. By the way, is 20 years old.
I just watched it at my dad's for the first time in probably just a few years, but yeah.
Elf did the parody of the Rankin and Bass stuff in it, which isn't the same as doing Scary Movie and Another Teen Movie, but I enjoyed the fact they parodied.
Also, that movie's only PG rated. I don't even think it's PG-13. It's like
Elf?
fucking Elf.
Baby. Well, Elf is not a parody movie like those.
No, it's not.
But it starts with that feel with the
although it does have
stop motion, and
it does have
Santa's workshop.
It does have elements of a parody in it where it is playing on certain, but it's not like the parody movies we're talking about, which is like just
because it would suck
dumb.
if all of a sudden they're like do a Shrek bit, stuff like that. Because smash cuts are part of those parody movies.
Yeah, but they're just like they just don't they're not clever anymore. Like they just don't bother. So I feel like we need a return to like a good one, and it needs to be outside of the studios that made all those other ones. Like they made Scary Movie, Not Another Teen Movie, and they just kept going with them, and they're like, oh, we just make a few bucks on these and they break even or whatever. And like, you need something better.
Now, I just want a good Not Another Christmas movie.
Yep.
Like why is that not a thing?
Well,
all we need, Not Another Christmas movie.
Let's write it. I can write the shit out of parody stuff. We've worked on plenty of parody stuff together.
Empty promise.
Yeah, let's write a whole movie.
I mean, with ChatGPT, we actually could aid with the writing.
I wouldn't
you just see the idea.
I wouldn't use. That's the thing about that is the one thing I can't imagine using ChatGPT for is that kind of creative writing. It does no fucking good whatsoever.
I think I would use it if I got stuck.
Oh yeah, I'd be like, maybe just like as a
what happens in this next scene? I really don't envision where it goes.
It's so fucking shitty vanilla. Like you could tell it's trained on a bunch of other generic bullshit.
Oh yeah,
like,
no, you don't. You don't necessarily use what it does, but it could give you 20 next scenes.
Yes. And be
read
like,
all 20.
And you can even be,
my God, 15. 15 was what I was looking for.
Yeah, and it might even not be that. It just might get your brain like I can see like it using to like break the logjam. But man, the one thing I've not been afraid of whatsoever with ChatGPT is it being able to write anything of quality at all. Like anybody's like, oh, it's taking my job. I'm like, well, you fucking suck at your job if it's taking your like content creators. I'm like, oh, it will take content creating jobs because you don't fucking create anything of value. You create content.
If your job was to manually spell check docs, then maybe you just lost your job.
Like when people talk, some basic very basic content generation. People are like, oh, I'm a content generator. Whatever. I'm like, well, or content creator. I'm like, well, maybe if a baseline AI model can write as well as you can, then maybe you need to
it's Thanksgiving. I really need a blog post for I don't even know what websites exist anymore. They keep coming and going now. The Guardian.
Yeah.
I need a top 10 Thanksgiving meals.
Yes.
Fucking ChatGPT.
Absolutely.
Perfect for it.
But it's pure BuzzFeed.
I don't even
100%.
care if it gets it wrong. I don't even care if number 7 is a kid. Fucking publish it. Move with it. Guess what's going to get some buzz for the Guardian? Their top 10 Thanksgiving dishes were once a fucking child. You think people aren't going to go to the Guardian to see that?
The one thing about it was fucking delicious. Okay, I gotta trust the Guardian. They haven't let me down yet.
Like, you don't think if I see that, I'm not going to be like, click? I'm going to go see that top 10 list.
Yep. Yeah, might not be what the kind of stuff they want, but you know what?
All press is good press.
Yeah, all publicity, and no such thing as bad publicity. We know all the sayings.
Every car wreck is a rubberneck.
Sure thing. That's what everybody has always said.
I don't think that's a saying, but I kind of love my own spin on that.
Every car wreck is a rubberneck.
That actually works for the internet and real life.
Sure, yeah. All right, next story.
Every appendectomy is a Schenectady.
Schenectady, New York?
Yeah.
Every appendectomy is in Schenectady?
Oh, yeah.
Don't think it's... we have 2 appendectomies in this room alone. Neither of them took place in Schenectady.
I'm thinking this could be a thing.
They can make it a thing. Oh, it's sort of like the abortion thing where like instead of having to go across state lines, you have to go specifically to Schenectady to get an appendectomy.
Everyone.
Why did that happen? We let some dipshit who liked it the fact that it rhymed came up with it. And for some reason, it became law because that's the way our fucking country works. Yeah.
Nah, doctor whispers into your ear. No, it's actually this gaping maw in the back. It's like a pit from hell. If we don't feed it appendixes, it says it's going to destroy the entire earth. And yes, it talks to us. Yeah. Feed me.
Appendix Andy? Okay, we got it.
We named the whole appendix Andy.
Yeah, it kind of like softened it a little bit. The fact that it's just feeding on
appendixes.
appendixes.
It is a giant gaping hole with a heartbeat coming out of it that says it'll destroy the earth and maybe eat the moon if we don't feed it all the appendixes on earth.
Yep. Not the appendices. That's different. Appendices, I assume, is the appendix
we tried
of a book.
throwing books in it for a while.
Yeah,
it got angry, and it learned a lot.
Yeah, turns out, now we have a real smart Appendix Andy on our hands. Yeah. Anyway, we got another web drop in our hands right now.
I'm skipping down a few because we're because of the pacing of the show.
Sure.
We're gonna go to the Taco Bell story.
You wanted to touch. I thought you were going to talk.
I have been wanting to talk about this because it's been talked about on a lot of other podcasts, and usually that's our immediate disclaimer of we're dropping the story. Yeah. We feel like if something's been talked about too much, we want to let it go. I just like this story. Fucking hey, let's just do this.
Yep.
So this story is about an update from a 2022 story that we did not hear about, and I'm wondering if we didn't hear about it because of the litigation that's going on. So, a former Los Angeles area Taco Bell employee is suing a franchise owner and the entire company after a holiday party at the fast food chain restaurant in 2022, December last year, after it allegedly turned into a drunken chaotic open sex party.
Yeah. Drunken chaos is normal for Christmas parties. I mean, parties, I should say, company parties.
Yep, this story was filed in the
Sex, I don't know.
Los Angeles Superior Court, and it claims that the employees of the San Pedro Taco Bell were invited to a Christmas party at their restaurant last December 2022 that included a potluck-style buffet, alcohol...
Well, like a pot-fuck buffet.
And fucking.
Pot-fuck.
Yeah, apparently the person doing this lawsuit, I'd love to just call this person Karen because I kind of feel like mind your own fucking business.
Well, I mean, I would say that if this was a regular party. Now, what are we talking about as far as sex?
All right.
Because
how about we just call this person? I'm going to call this person Karen because I don't want to say their whole name.
The alcohol part of it, like what people get drunk at these things. If there, at some point there was like open sex happening at a company party, then like I'm not a party pooper, but like I would be like that's you're representing the company at that point. So like. That is literally sexual harassment.
But technically, the only people at the party are part of the company, so no one outside of the company is seeing that and going, no.
Yeah, that's like saying as long as we only sexually harass people inside this conference room, it doesn't count. Like, man,
I miss the 80s.
No, but at the end of the day, unfortunately, what I had to come to terms with is like we used to have some like crazy raucous times at some company parties, and luckily we were all about the same age and having the same good time, and nobody was carrying out, and they would just leave. So I get that, but at the same time, it is a company event. So you got.
I think when all is said and done, if you're uncomfortable with something, just leave. You can go home. You can keep it in your head.
Yeah, but it's again,
I mean, if someone's being stabbed,
if it's a regular company, if it's a regular party, I say that this is a company party. Like that's like saying if you see somebody like fucking on the conference room table and you don't like it, just go home. Like you can't. Yeah.
Yeah, that's we differ on this one. We can agree to disagree.
I guess so.
We can agree to disagree.
No, I will say that like if there, I don't know how much. I guess I can wait till you fill on the rest. Like,
yeah.
Like drunken shenanigans, one thing. If there's like legit like open like if somebody like walks in and there's a fucking dong and some titties hanging out and stuff like that, then and you didn't want to see that, you didn't expect to see that at a company party, then just leaving is a little beyond. It's beyond just leaving. So.
Right.
But how raucous did this get?
All right. When Karen arrived at the Taco Bell with her bowl of guacamole, the lawsuit claims that she saw the restaurant windows were blocked out by wrapping paper. Very festive of them. The lobby surveillance cameras were also allegedly covered as her manager provided drinks to the employees, some of whom appeared to be overserved when she arrived. They're
supposed to have fun at a party. That's fucking fine.
Yep. Karen then claims she briefly stepped outside later in the night. So she says later in the night, meaning she hung out with these drunks for a while. They were all just drinking and having fun.
Yeah.
Probably getting drunker and drunker and drunker. We don't know why she walked outside. I'm thinking heroin.
Yeah.
I'm gonna paint Karen in the worst possible picture here. She returned from her outside walk to discover her coworkers having sex. Quote, having sex, her coworker,
One of
quote,
her, yeah.
having sex with his wife in front of everyone at the party. Meanwhile, the coworker's wife was also simultaneously kissing her manager and another Taco Bell associate, the complaint states. So it's practically a foursome if you consider kissing foursome material.
Right, but again, this is if there is actual sex involved. That I say she's in the right.
Yeah, they were fucking.
Because this is you going in and saying I'm going to a company party and be like, it's okay. She was fine with everybody drinking, and then she walks back in, and she didn't choose to go to a party where it's like everybody's going to be fucking here.
She should have chosen that. That's her fail.
Yeah.
She fucked up her evening herself by going,
I
don't want to go to a sex party.
What I would do in this case, I would probably have been like fucking cheering people on, and maybe I'll be like, can I tag in? But like,
get it!
But even if I didn't like it, I'm a little more of like a, hey, people are having fun, let me go home. But I also don't know what kind of other, issues people have in their head of like, I don't like to walk in and see a bunch of people fucking, or maybe it's, causing me some trauma.
For me, I'd walk in, I'd see what's happening, and personally, I'd stay and just watch. But if I didn't,
yes, me too.
I'd also like to think like if I walked in on anything I don't like that isn't criminal, I would just.
But
leave.
but I also don't.
I would just be like, you guys
I don't know where this person comes from. Like what kind of issues they've got. Like what kind of this. Walking in on a bunch of people fucking makes my whole entire next bunch of years trying to work for this company really uncomfortable because I have to see this manager and the coworkers every day. I could see that being
that is interesting.
Yeah. No, because I would not want to make fucking eye contact with them. If I didn't like that and I left, then suddenly I'm like, now it becomes a hostile work environment.
It's also a Taco Bell. This isn't a $60K a year job. This is a $15K a year job.
I would say
guess what? There's a McDonald's right across the street where you're going to get paid the same.
I would say that's even more. Like these people working at those positions probably need it even more than anybody else.
Yes, this party.
So yeah,
they need this party more than anyone else because they need it.
I've been in these kind of situations before. This is just stupid on the part of everybody.
You have walked into a Taco Bell and seen people fucking.
Exactly. No, but what you do is you find the people who can hang afterwards when you have the company party and the people who can hang go party back at my place. Boom, that's the end of it. Then you fucking do whatever you want. The second it's still in the same place you fucking rented for a goddamn company party, then that is essentially.
It's their own business.
Even worse. Even worse. In other words, it's literally the same as this is like fucking in a conference room during a meeting. This is your
concept though that bring it to the after party.
No, I've done this kind of shit before. Maybe not quite this raucous, but it's been we can tell this is where shit's got take
it out of here.
I had a cheeseburger liquor party at my place one time, which turned into an acid party, and the whole thing was the people there originally there was a bunch of people who were at work and stuff. And we're like, well, we're gonna have to wait till this time until this person leaves. We had a whole list of these are the people who can hang. When that last person left, we're like, now it's time to do the acid. Now it's time to have some fun.
Yeah.
And you bring it to somewhere else. You don't fuck in the Taco Bell with a bunch of other people. I totally think while I wouldn't have behaved this way with her, I do think has a right to be feel that this is problematic. I wouldn't call her a Karen for a Karen I want to talk to your manager. It's like, well, he's fucking this bitch over here.
So Karen ran out of the restaurant, shocked, disgusted, and outraged, which is a quote by her. But then she realized she had left her guacamole bowl in the Taco Bell where all the fucking is happening.
At that point, leave your bowl. I get it.
If you work there, it'll be there tomorrow. It might even go through the dishwasher.
Also, I was going to say, I would put it through a big industrial dishwasher.
Yeah. Well, she walked back in to get her guacamole bowl. That's when she claimed she saw both her manager and her coworker vomiting one of them into her own guacamole bowl.
Yeah, well, I mean, even that one, whatever. It's a drunken thing. You left your bowl there. It's only the fucking.
It's just a bowl. Yeah. It's an object. Is that your grandmother's guacamole bowl?
Drunken shenanigans and stuff. I'm like, that's like going into any bar. And the way I look at this, if this had happened at a bar, those people would have been arrested. Blah blah blah. If the things we're talking about couldn't happen at a bar, and the person walking in at a bar would have something to say, like a case, then why wouldn't somebody? So that being said, So about the other stuff,
Why did they invite her?
Yeah.
That's my biggest question then. Why, if you knew she was going to be like, why did you invite her? She remarks early on about the intoxication of the people there.
Yes.
So she automatically is like, everyone's being overserved.
Yeah.
Like, when I walk into a place, people are drunk, I'm like, wow, everyone's drunk. All right.
Yeah.
Let's find a sober person to pour me a drink.
There's no problems with that. I don't even see a problem, really, with somebody puking in a fucking bowl. Like, being drunk is what you do, like, at parties and stuff like that. It is legitimately illegal to just expose yourself in front of people. So, what she's saying is true, and there is that fucking going on, then that is the problematic part. If everything else is true and that's not, well, then she doesn't really have... Yeah.
She reported it to corporate. Everyone got fired.
Yeah. I mean, that's probably the right thing to do.
The problems didn't stop there.
Okay.
The complaint states that Karen claims the associates of the fire... Her last name I don't know how to pronounce, so I'm just going to continue with Karen.
That's fine.
Claims that associates of the fired employees then threatened her for reporting the incident and also broke her car window. Instead of disciplining the workers, her Taco Bell supervisors ultimately told her to, or transferred her to another location.
Oh, that happens all the time.
And then she quit. I mean, honestly, if she's just there, like, yelling about everything every day and won't let this one party go, as a manager, I would probably be like, yeah, we got, like,
we got a location. I feel you are very much in the wrong on this one.
It's Taco Bell. There is one across the street. Yeah, but just go work over that one.
I'm sure, but, like, she's not yelling about nothing. She, like, literally is yelling about something that would be illegal if you walked into a fucking strip club and saw. Like, that would be illegal if you walked into a strip club. But this isn't a strip club.
This is a closed party. Closed.
No, it's a company party.
Strip clubs are open door.
It's a company party.
First of all, they're not open door.
Yeah. It's a company
party. It's a private party.
Yes, no, it is a corporate party. It is representing the company. This is very. She's very much in the right. I think, like,
she is suing for damages.
Yeah.
For getting, well, not fired but moved.
Yeah.
And for being harassed and for having to see it foursome.
Yeah. A bunch of people cheering on foursome. Yeah, I think she's in the right here. She's not a Karen in my book. This is very far from Karen's. Like, if this is what Karen
she's a party pooper. I'm just
okay.
That's it. That's it. I'll die on. She's a party pooper.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I wouldn't report it, but I probably wouldn't want to.
I could also see your viewpoint. And you're 100% right on your own viewpoint.
Yeah, I'm literally just 100% right. Like, you're just like this is I'm sure I would never want to hang out with
The way you're saying things and think about it are right, but I'm also right.
This is just you. Like, this is very victim blaming. This is very much like, fuck you, victim. Just deal with it. Just deal with us doing shit that nobody else should be. Like, literally, anybody else would get arrested for. And by the way, you can't just fuck You can't, like, fuck on a company fucking party.
But
like,
is it illegal to fuck in a closed business?
We'll find out. I mean, sure,
yeah.
I'm guessing honestly, it would be.
Honestly, yeah. I don't know if there's any other cases I've ever heard. We've covered weird-ass stories on this show, too. I don't think I've ever heard of anyone...
It's definitely an HR disaster.
Oh, yeah. Boom. Someone's day just got bad.
So everybody getting fired kind of makes sense, like, just for optics. Yeah.
I mean, she could get paid for this, sure, but at the same time, if she was like, I want them in jail or whatever.
I don't think they're going to get in jail. No. And I don't think that should happen. Yeah, I don't think that should happen at all. They're not. It's not public and decent. Although it is. It is. I don't know. That is like because some.
That's what I was wondering.
If you're in my office and I just whip my dick out, that is illegal. So yes. This is like public indecency, not public indecency, just exposure, like indecency. Yeah. So I can't just because you didn't consent to me whipping my dick out, then I feel like there would be some legal just for the people with their pants off. Not for everybody else. So the lesson here is make sure you don't invite the least cool person to your party. I would say don't fuck anybody on work. Like, know who you're hanging out with. Like, I don't even tell
not least cool. Just know who you're hanging out with.
I go to parties with good friends, and I don't tell 90% of the jokes I want to tell because I'm like, they're too fucking sensitive, blah, blah, blah. So just don't do that shit. Around, yeah. Don't do that shit. It is on the people fucking, not on her.
I think they got too drunk to have that filter anymore.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, they were puking minutes after fucking.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, I'm
usually when you puke after fucking, one of two things happen. Hard regrets.
Yeah. Well, I mean...
or hard drinking.
Better than puking during fucking. Yeah. unless you're into that kind of thing, in which case, you could...
I guess I don't like the party pooper aspect. I get
This is not party pooper.
But I get your entire.
This is walking,
I get your entire
walking in
end
expecting to see like some people just like having like and walking in and getting somebody like, because it's literally no difference than being like, hey, want to come to the company party, and then you come in the door and go, fucking yeah, and I jerk off all over your feet. Like, would that make you feel uncomfortable? Would you be like, oh, I'm a party pooper because I don't want you to jerk off on my feet when I walk through the door? Like, it's the same thing.
Fair enough.
Yeah. So anyway, we can agree to disagree on the thing I'm right about. So that being said, I wouldn't invite her.
2 points to you.
I wouldn't
2
invite
points
her.
to you. 1 point to me.
I wouldn't invite.
I've been
we both get to win.
this.
No, so we both get to So no, but yes, I wouldn't invite her to a personal party of mine. But also, if I go to a company party,
everyone gets invited.
I'm not going to get so fucking.
You don't pick and choose the employees.
There have definitely been times where I've been like ridiculously drunk at company parties and stuff, and I think I've probably gone out and made out with somebody in the fucking back of in the back of somewhere or something like that. But that's where like even then blackout drunk, I'm like maybe I should go out back and like kiss this person. And then if we want to do something, we get the fuck out of here.
Yep.
If you're suddenly like, hey, here's a bunch of, like, that's on them. Even if you're like, she's a party group before, it's still on them making that stupid mistake of being like, let's know who the fuck is here and not get ratted out. Because then you do that and you get ratted out. Don't fucking blame them. You did this. You should have gone to a private location, been like, hey.
You're not wrong. If she walked in and like it was, say, the dining room, like there's a kitchen at Taco Bell. You just go back in the kitchen and fuck.
Yeah.
There's a bathroom. You can go in the bathroom.
Fucking the walk-in. See, if that guy can fucking stay hard in the walk-in, he's a fucking keeper. There you go. I've never fucked in a walk-in before. I fucked in a restaurant before. Wait, did I? Yeah. All right.
I love those gears turning. I was waiting for you to like drop it and be like, what are those? What's that chain? 99, the brewery.
Yeah. Well, they were the. I worked at the Ground Round, and they were our like
99 pub and brewery.
Yeah, the 99. Yeah, they were our like arch nemesis.
Like 69 to the 99.
Oh yeah. Like 99. Both of us just looking at each other in the eye.
99 to the 99.
And they're just staring each other in the back of the head. It's like, 99 to the 99. What's that? Oh, we just looked at each other like...
That could actually be the show title at this point. 99 to the 99.
99 to the 99? Yeah, 69 to the 99 sounds good,
69 to 99 works, too.
I think 69 to the 99 works. Because people know what a 69 is. They don't have to listen to it.
I'll start the next story if you want to key that in.
Sure. And I think this is I think part of the last one we got, I think.
Yeah, okay. So this is not about this holiday season at all. It's actually a story about 2024. We have had entire Florida Man episodes of this fucking show. We have done annual ones at one point.
For a while, we were actually like we were anti-Florida Man because it was so prevalent all over the place. And then I even took our Florida Man out of my weird news multi-Reddit.
It was too easy at one point.
And then at some point, every once in a while, we'd have a Florida Man roundup or whatever.
Then Trump happened, and news got weird. And we started dipping back in to find anything we could find that wasn't a weird news story about Trump, because you shouldn't have a president who makes Not the Onion every day.
Every day, yeah.
So we actually had to reverse course and then find the weird stories again, which actually led to me starting to like scrape Florida Man websites and stuff.
Yeah, I was thinking like actually since, because we
went from ignoring it to actively trying to figure out new ways to find it.
Yes, that's true. Because
nowadays we just mix them in.
The Florida Man, like Donald Trump is the most Florida Man that's ever Florida Man. He is literally a Florida Man. Yeah.
So this is about the Florida Man games. These are coming in 2024. I seem to have some bad information in here, though.
Why is that?
Because the top of my note says the event will take place on Saturday, December 9th, 2023.
Well, it's probably some hallucinations and some...
Yeah, so I am not entirely sure if this is a 2024 event or if it's actually happening on December 9th, 2023.
Here, let me click on... I'm going to click on the thing. You can keep... why don't you start on
I'm just going to go at all the info, and you tell me which one is correct.
Dates and time says Saturday, February 24th, 2024 is the Florida Man Games start.
Yeah.
Based on there, and $45 to $145 for tickets.
Yeah.
And Saturday, February 24th. That's what we're looking at. I'm curious, maybe there's like a, I'm curious, maybe there's some other stuff.
There might be more than one. All right, I'm going to go forward.
Yeah.
The event is sponsored by Bud Light, Gatorade, and the Florida Lottery.
Yep.
I have ticket prices at general admission $25, VIP $75, which includes everything in general admission plus a reserved seat in the front row, a meet and greet with the celebrity guest judges, a Florida Man Games t-shirt, and a souvenir cup. Dude, for $75, I would do that. That's worth the money.
Oh, yeah.
Competitor level is $100. This includes everything in the VIP plus a chance to compete in one of the games and possibly win prizes through the game. So you can actually put yourself into the games for an extra $25.
That's
honestly,
sweet.
These prices are low if mine are real. Once again, AI.
Yeah, no, it says the general admission starts at $45. Well, at least for what they've got left on Eventbrite is $45 to $145.
Maybe they changed as the scarcity went up, or
well, I mean, this is Eventbrite. They could like jack their prices up, or it could be the $25 tier is fucking gone, whatever it is. But yeah, general admission tickets are going for $45 right now.
All right.
Celebrity
guest judges, yeah. Nitro and Ice.
From American Gladiators.
The original Gladiator.
The 1990s one you and I fucking grew up on.
Yep. The only one that matters, honestly.
Yes. Yeah. I know they did some other ones, but I'm like, there's been so many ripoffs since then.
Oh, they went downhill, too, because they had to get different gladiators, and they ran out of cool names.
I hope so. I mean, just eventually
it was like Formica. Formica and low humidity.
I also love the thought of them just actually like doing a real reboot with like the originals, but they're all fucking elderly now.
Yeah.
Oh god, yeah, like their sciatica, as we were talking about earlier. Yeah.
All right,
yeah, for Micah, humidity.
All right, so the games. This is the point that I think is the most interesting. I have listed every game that is going to be played in the Florida Man Games.
Okay.
All right. Florida Man Games Coliseum. Test your strength inside a massive above-ground pool filled with mud, water, and other surprises.
Sounds like any day.
The Florida Man Chase. Jump over fences, through backyards, and away from actual police officers to earn your freedom. The Florida Man Cash Grab. Subject yourself to Category 5 wins as you scramble to catch as much cash as you can.
Let's just make light of our climate change hurricane problem that devastates millions of people every year.
Also, police brutality. Real police chasing you.
I know. I love it. I mean, honestly, you got to laugh at it, but, you know.
The Florida Man Headline Race. Compete head-to-head in a race that lets you live a day in the life of a Florida man.
Oh, my God.
The Florida Man Belly Bump. Dive into the beer belly of the beast as you try to blast your opponent in the ring. I think they're just sumoing, but with your beer guts.
Yeah. It's just actual fat people, not sumos.
Yeah. Florida Man Mullet Contest. Florida is well known for being the home of the most outrageous mullet cuts on the planet. Watch and pick the winners. So it's a beauty contest.
Yeah.
Beauty show. Florida
and another one actually for the ladies.
Florida Ma'am Pinup Girls. Florida Ma'am at Florida Ma'am Official hosts the 2024. See, this is where the dates are fucking with me. Florida Ma'am Pinup Girls showing off the wild and wonderful women of Florida in this fun and entertaining show. Judged by some of Florida's most notable women.
Yeah, so look, instead of Florida Man, there's Florida Ma'am. I never thought about that. Because they always call Florida women Florida men, too. Like,
what's the Supreme Court judge who's like a fucking wacko, the woman?
Oh, just that one?
The newest one.
Yeah.
She's from Florida.
Yeah.
She could be there. The Florida Man Chicken Fight. 2 chickens will decide whether you win or lose this fun, dirty game inspired by our Floridian family in places like DeLand and Interlaken, where they literally do this for fun because they don't know cell phones exist. I have no idea what those words mean. I am curious.
That could have been a hallucination.
That could have been.
That sounds like it may have been an AI hallucination.
And then lastly, the Brawl of the Badges. Watch officers take on firefighters in the main event as Florida Man Games comes to a close. This epic showdown promises to be intense as these heroes clash in battle to prove who's the toughest behind the badge. I hope it's like Anchorman when they fought in the alley.
Oh my God, yes.
The different news stations just fight.
Dude.
I tried it.
I like watched.
I think you killed him.
You killed the guy.
You killed the guy.
I didn't know why. Oh man, I recently rewatched both those movies. They fucking so stand up, man.
Second one not as good as the first, obviously, but
of course
still
not,
funny.
But honestly, like when I rewatched it, I was really surprised at how good it was.
Yeah.
Like, oh man, where they
also all those recaps where they like this guy would be a newscaster of this station for the next 10 years. 12 years after that, they'll figure out he's mentally retarded. For like Steve Carell.
Yeah. Oh, man, Paul Rudd's character is fucking amazing. David Koechner or whatever his name is. Man. One of the best fucking casts.
Great cast.
Oh, my God. Yeah, we're just, again, talking about 20-year-old movies now. 20 3-year-old movies for that. 21.
Was that the
22.
cowboy hat guy, the newscaster?
Or that one
the
came out probably
the
actually.
sports guy?
It's like was Anchorman 2004. That was it's probably turning 20 next year.
Jesus fucking Christ.
I think.
Yeah, everything Will Ferrell did that was really big was about 20 years ago.
Yeah,
No
Wedding
offense to him.
Crashers 2007 probably. Something
Elf
like that,
was 2003.
3. Yeah. Yeah, Anchorman. So next year, Anchorman's 2004.
Yeah, he had his spurt in the early 2000s where he was like, boom, boom,
oh,
boom,
he was
boom,
fucking
boom,
knocking
boom,
out. I
boom.
mean, and he's still one of the funniest people, but like he was knocking, like that's where he blew the fuck up right after SNL. I mean, he blew up on SNL, obviously, like, but like when he was started doing his own stuff.
Hey,
Yeah,
I want to ask you a question.
What's up? What do you got?
SNL. I still watch it.
I don't.
It's not that funny anymore.
Yeah,
But you know what I've noticed? No reoccurring characters ever. Ever.
You'd think that would make it better
and-
sometimes,
and
actually.
I kind of feel like reoccurring characters are how we got the Will Ferrells of the world.
Oh yeah.
We saw them do something over and over, and it consistently was funny. And you're like, oh my
And
god, that guy
there were
delivers.
some good recurring characters, and some bad, but there was also some good ones that didn't make good movies. There's some good ones that made great movies.
Yeah, and my thought is,
Night at the Roxbury. Remember those guys were recurring characters.
Yeah. SNL's idea of doing no reoccurring characters anymore, which is a rule there at SNL, no reoccurring characters. Kind of doesn't.
Not even like when like Keenan would do like his Steve Harvey or whatever, like where he was doing like what's up with that, like those kind of things. They just
that barely counts because they did it like twice, and then it just kind of faded.
They did it a few times.
Also,
yeah.
that wasn't that funny compared to others.
No, but I was like, I remember like, those were the most recent ones I could think.
But there's
of.
no Jeopardy,
or there was like,
anymore with Will Ferrell doing fucking,
or when it was this. That's
or
the thing.
Coneheads with Dan Aykroyd.
That's how
Wayne's
long ago
World.
it was, where it was like almost. Fucking, it was
I'm
probably
just saying,
like,
they were
like half a dozen years ago when they had the alien abduction one, but they brought that back like 3-4 times, but then it got less and less funny.
Yeah. Oh, they did with
that one ended with Kate McKinnon. She was the big one.
Who's
anyway.
the tattooed dude who's
Davidson?
usually funny? Davidson.
Yeah.
He might have had the last reoccurring character, so it was decent. Chad.
Oh yeah. Chad's pretty good.
Yeah, Chad was fine.
Okay.
But he also wasn't a character in the show. Usually, they did a lot of digital shorts with him.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
and
Lonely
Lonely Island was reoccurring because they did the digital short music.
Well, that wasn't characters though. That was just like because Please Don't Destroy does that now. Or
technically,
did it now.
Please Don't Destroy is the new Lonely Island in
Yes.
that respect. But yeah, the show has no reoccurring characters.
Yeah.
You don't look at a character on the show, an actor on the show now, and go, "Wow, I fucking love him," because you don't get that. You don't get that permanence of a character coming to you every week.
They did the Making Copies, which was a terrible recurring character, but it's still.
No, the best you get now is like the guy who does Trump. He's really good at Trump, and they let him do it once in a while.
But it's still not like
But still,
that's not a character. No, like in fact, I think the death of SNL started when they started getting like they did so well in the 2008 like with like Sarah Palin and stuff like that, and then it started getting.
When they had Alec Baldwin become a honorary cast member for no fucking reason.
No, but the thing. So
that
like,
bugged me too. I'm like, Alec Baldwin is not a cast member.
When Tina Fey,
get him out of there. There's like 21-year-olds who are like, I want to be the next Will Ferrell. Yeah. Well, you should shut the fuck up because Alec Baldwin's on the show now.
Yeah, that guy needs the help.
That doesn't make sense.
No,
they cast actual celebrities.
It just became where it was just like, oh, I can already go and watch like shitty. Everything else is becoming politicized. Like I get like occasionally like that always happened with SNL. There'd be one or two things,
but like
now it's just like and also like doing something about Trump. It doesn't make any fucking sense. Like the guy's a bigger joke than you could ever make. So like you're like the reason
if anything it legitimizes him. By putting him on TV
honestly,
again.
And the thing that pissed me off is like I would watch
Stop
that and it would just literally
Trump.
be Alec Baldwin reading a transcript of Donald Trump. I'm like, what are you doing?
The next time I hear about Donald Trump, it should be a eulogy at his funeral.
Oh my god! Oh, thank God. That actually. So I rewatched.
He said he wanted cheeseburgers instead of roses thrown on his coffin. That's Don Jr.'s entire eulogy. He throws like a fucking Big Mac.
Yeah. Sniffing. Yeah. Oh, he must be really sad. Just fucking covered in white powder. Fucking Don Jr. But there's I rewatched a little bit of the roast of Donald Trump, and most of it was absolutely terrible because most people trying to like sort of pretend they gave a shit about him before he was
it had some funny parts.
No, but I think like when some people were just like, fuck this guy, I'm not giving him anything, I'm not going to say anything nice about him at the end, and they were like, the only time you'll ever make any minorities happy is the Mexican that digs your grave or something like that. It's like, yeah, the only time you'll ever see a minority happy when you're around is when the Mexican is digging your grave or something like that. I'm like, yes. talk about the death of this piece of shit. Anyway, we're not a political podcast.
No,
we
and
just,
we're
we hate fascist.
we're not even a podcast anymore. We're over.
Yeah, that's right.
So get lost.
Get lost.